Hi, I'm Mrs. S with Owl Tree Montessori, and today we are going to do a multiplication snake game using the Owl Tree Montessori Snake Game task cards. To play the multiplication snake game, you will need your snake game task card, the decanomial bead bars from 1 through 10, and the black and white placeholder beads from 1 to 9. This card tells us to get out 2 groups of 1, 2 groups of 2, 2 groups of 3, and 2 groups of 4 in each group. Down here are the multiplication facts matching the groups that I need to get out. And if I read 2 groups of 1, that is how I can read this equation. 2 groups of 1 in the group, 2 groups of 2 in each group, 2 groups of 3 in each group, 2 groups of 4 in each group. I've gotten out 2 groups of 1. Now I have 2 groups of 2. I have 2 groups of 3, and I have 2 groups of 4. At this time, before you start doing the snake and following the addition process and turning your snake from colorful to golden, you can have your child record the multiplication facts. You can have them write the facts in their notebook. They can even draw the arrays to match the facts, or you can have them do that at the end of the snake. You can also see right here we have the multi-digit add-ins for this equation. It's 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 plus 4 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 when I have them laid out. And you can have your child do this equation abstractly on paper, or counting the beads now, or you can wait till the end after they finish solving the snake. The other thing that you could do right now instead of waiting to the end is to do this reverse factor skip counting. It shows to get out 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, and 4 groups of 2. So with the challenge laid out in arrays and our snake laid out in arrays, we can see the reverse factors, and we can even show the children how they equal the same amount, and the way that we arrange our groups and our numbers in each group will not change our product. You can have them record this as well if you would like before starting, or you can wait till the end of the snake game. If you'd like, you can even have them do the skip counting chain before they get started. If you choose to have them do the multiplication facts at the beginning and the arrays and the skip counting, they will see that it is 20. 2 times 1 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 2 times 3 is 6, and 2 times 4 is 8. And when we add up 2 plus 4 plus 6 plus 8, we get 20. When we skip count 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, we can see we're going to get 20 when we finish our snake. Now we're going to lay out our beads just like we see here on the card. So I have a 1 and a 3. Now I've laid out the snake just like it is here on this card, and now we're going to follow the same process as the addition snake game, where we count from left to right, and when we reach a 10, we're going to replace it with a golden 10 bar. If we reach a 10 in the middle of one of our bead bars, we will use one of our black and white placeholder beads to remind us to count that bead. We'll start on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 1 bead left to count on this yellow 4 bead bar, and I'm going to replace that with a golden 10. Now I'm going to move all of my colorful beads right up here. I'm going to need them at the end to verify that we haven't left out any beads. And we'll continue counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And that adds up to a perfect 10. So there's our 10. Our colorful beads go over here. We've counted our 1 with our placeholder bead, so that can go back in the triangle. Now we're going to put our beads back into their groups. So these are the multiplication facts represented by this snake. This is the times 2 table, and we've started out with 2 times 1, 2 times 2, 2 times 3, and 2 times 4. If your student did not record this at the beginning of the snake, this is the time to record the products add the products together for a final product, and record that in their notebooks. After they've done the multiplication, then we're going to turn our 10 bars vertically and see if we can account for all of our colorful beads next to our 10s. We should have 20. We shouldn't have any beads unaccounted for. 1, a 2, that's 3. 3 and 3 is 6. And 6 and 4 is 10. And I can do that again. 1 and 2 is 3, plus 3 more is 6, and 6 and 4 is 10. And so we have 20. All of our beads are accounted for. We can look on the back side of our card and we have all of the answers. It shows our bead bar arrays, which is the visual for the groups of multiplication, matched with their equation, their fact. The answers are here in red. Down here we added the products and we got 20. Over here it said add the beads. We added them and we got 20. Now your students will see that adding them like this is going to be much slower than adding groups and adding products. So this shows that multiplication is fast addition. It is much faster to do than adding each addend together. We also see here that we have the challenge answers. You can have your student do the challenge at the end where they get out 1 group of 2, 2 groups of 2, 3 groups of 2, and 4 groups of 2. And then they can see they match with the multiplication fact and solve it. 1 times 2 is 2, 2 times 2 is 4, 3 times 2 is 6, 4 times 2 is 8, and then they can put it in their long chain and skip count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. And when we look on the back, we can see that it's 20, and we see the answers matched with the amount that we got out. On the back of each card, there is a follow-up prompt to either draw or write the facts in a notebook or on blank flashcards, to quiz themselves, to ask a friend to quiz them, or possibly even to have a teacher test. Here is one example of a recording in a notebook. You can see here I have drawn the arrays for each of the equal groups we were given with their facts. Then I added the products together for a final product of 20. I also recorded the challenge on this page by drawing the arrays and writing the facts for the reverse factors. That's that commutative rule of multiplication. I also listed out the skip counting numbers up to 20, which represented our beads we laid out. If your student would like to, they can draw out the beads in this skip counting chain and label them and write the facts. Another great follow-up would be to do flashcards and draw the array and write the fact on each card. If you would like, you can have your child add up the multi-addends for the addition. In this example, I wrote the numerals for all the bead bars represented, and then I looked for those doubles, getting those sums. And then over here, I took those sums, which are the same as our multiplication products, and then I looked for 10 and got a final sum of 20. Those are some ways that you can have your child do some follow-up work, and it is prompted on the back of the card, which should encourage them to find a way to make this work more meaningful.